were really a TV culture because, you know, that's what we did, you know. I mean, listen, I'm totally ADD, but when you have me in front of a television and you try to say something to me, I will not even listen. Like, I won't even know what else is going on. Like, I have full on tunnel vision.
Yeah.
So I've grown up with that generation, and, you know, my parents were older too. So I got to understand a lot of their old movie culture of things that they loved, like, you know, films from, you know, the 1940s and the 50s. And then there was AMC. And so, and because I was in theater, it was really discovering all of those films, like discovering one of my favorite films is Breakfast at Tiffany's, you know, and why, and a lot of those historical films, like back in the early 50s, of like Rebel Without a Cause and A Place in the Sun with Montgomery Clift. So like, I learned a lot about a lot of those movies too were very historic in the way, you know, like, there's one of my other favorite films is called All About Eve with Bette Davis.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's about even women's culture and those sorts of things. So I didn't realize how I was so into it, but now as an adult, I kind of go, oh, I know why I got it like that. And now I can analyze it a little bit more and appreciate the art of filmmaking and TV way more than I did.
Well, and those are really, you know, you're talking about classics right there as well.
Of course.
And like back then, so when you're watching those as movies, were there certain TV shows you even remember from that period, or it was all movies?
Well, you know, I mean, I Love Lucy was one of the classic comedies. I mean, it really set the course of comedy television
for sure,
for everybody. That and The Honeymooners, but more so for me, I think I watched every episode of I Love Lucy. And, you know, and the Brady Bunch was another show, you know. Yeah. I mean, that was really my generation. I'm trying to think of what I watched in the 1980s. Television was just kind of, it became
you had like the up and comers, like a Different Strokes, you know.
Yeah, right,
break,
absolutely,
you know,
right. Yes. One
Silver
of the best
Spoons.
One show that I did love, and it was it was called Good Times.
Sure.
And that show was amazing. What was his name? The father.
The Dynamite or the dad?
Well, no, that was Jimmy Walker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but who was the father?
Oh, he was in Roots, the dad.
Yes. And
I can't remember forgetting his name. But we're gonna dub really that name in. It's gonna come over the screen right now.
Right. It was a family. I think they were in the projects. Were they in Chicago, I believe?
You know,
was it Chicago?
It might have been Chicago. For some reason, like as a New Yorker, I always thought it was New York, but you might be right. Yeah.
I mean, I grew up with the Jeffersons. So I grew up with these, you know, like the fact that I live on the Upper East Side, all I can think of is that song, I'm moving on up to the East Side to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
How many dry cleaners do you own?
Right. Well, you know what's wonderful about even those shows back then? It's the jingles of the television series. You remember those, like Three's Company, like that show. It's like, come and knock on our door.
Yes, of course.
We've been waiting for you.
Them all.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you.
Where the kisses are hers and his. Three's Company too.
You know, I recently did a review on Family Ties. You know, I love Family Ties. Yeah,
I worked with Alan Thicke.
You did? No, well, Alan Thicke was Growing Pains.
Oh, he was Growing Pains.
Family Ties was the Michael J. Fox. You know.
Oh yeah, that's right.